I'm just going to take a guess that this is based off a book series, and there's going to be different colors of evil, and this one is just red. Am I right? Maybe? Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Colors of Evil Red. So this is a Polish movie about a murder that happened on a beach. A girl is found naked and just something grotesque happened to her, right? And we got to figure out who done it. Or is it that simple? Is the prosecutor's office holding some secrets? The police holding some secrets? This judge holding secrets? We will find out. We do find out everything pretty much in this movie. But I do think the third act is the thing that hinders the most because it is very rushed. And let's talk about that. So when we talk about the positives of this film, I do think it's shot extremely well. It does have interesting aspects to what it is trying to portray in the Polish government, prosecution office, the police, and this whole club scene, right? So the whole point is kind of centered around this club scene and who this big bad wolf character is at the top who does drugs, rape. He has this weird, I want to say 50 Shades of Grey, but think about 50 Shades of Grey with torture devices from the medieval times, right? So really fucked up shit. And so we're trying to follow this girl's backstory of how she got there and who she is and why is she dead. And even though the why is she dead is kind of a horrible thing to say because no one should be dead like that. But of course, with movies like this, you have the big bad wolf. But is it the big bad wolf who actually did this murder? Or was it someone else trying to frame this big bad wolf? Because they know this big bad wolf has done bad shit in the past. You know what I'm trying to say, right? So getting to that point, like I said, Act 1 and Act 2, I was truly engaged with what was happening. Because we were trying to figure out, where is her boyfriend? What does her dad have to do with this? What does her mom have to do with this? What does, this weird cop character have to do with it? Because of course, if you have some billionaire person, he probably has, snitches in the judicial system, prosecutor's office, the cops, right? So you get that. It's the third act, though, is where it moves at 1,000,000 miles a second to try to, I would say, close off a couple of these storylines to, open a new storyline. I think the opening of the new storyline is fine, but it was... They tried to do the, whodunit, I got you twist. But it was also very conventional at the same time. Because it's like, I've seen so many murder mysteries before that for a fact that you cannot leave a movie with 24 minutes left thinking it is Dunskies. And that's what this movie does is, and a lot of movies do that, is when they want to do that final twist, they leave 30, 25 minutes left in the movie. And you're just thinking, if you're giving me that much more time, I know the movie's not done. I know there's another twist coming, and there's that. So just forewarn, when you watch the movie, there is that type of, oh my gosh, really? We're going to do it that way. But I just was a little bit more disappointed with how they closed a lot of these gaps, because it was done, done, done. And you're just but I want to know what happened to that necklace or that bracelet. Are we going to open up those murders back up to figure out where these girls are? Or, are we going to figure out who they are in the first place? There's one character, it's he just randomly dies because the cops do something. You're just that's good, quick arc. And so things like that, are the whole adultery storyline with the parents. It's just there to be there, which I understand to a point where it's okay, but why are we making this one character look jealous that the husband's doing it? But at the same time, she's doing it. So it's one of those things where it's I understand that you're trying to add these different twists and turns into it, and the sympathy factor for some of these characters you're trying to make a little bit higher. But it's a tit for tat, where it's I can't feel sorry for this character if they've both been doing it. You know what I mean, right? And I guess how it ends, too, it's that's why I'm saying it feels like a book series. Because, the whole Jack Reachers, the whole... I was going to say Alan Wake's, but you can say the Alan Wake because there's a book series off that, I believe. But, you go to Barnes & Noble's, right, and it says, a blah, blah, blah story or a blah, blah, blah novel. I feel like this is the same way where this prosecutor who is somewhat new And like I said, also the story, they talk about how his dad died, but then that's about it. You're just thinking, is there more to that? Like, or is it just because his dad died? Or did his dad die, like, horrifically? Because they said, I'm pretty sure they said it was a surprise that his dad died. So, is that going to be another storyline where he's got to investigate his dad's murder kind of thing, or his dad's death? Which it sounds like it is. I'm just staying with it because, like I said, you read the book novels, and this is the prosecutor's novel, book 1 out of like 10. And I feel like there's going to be different colors: red, yellow, blue, green, purple. I was going to say black and white, but technically black and white aren't colors, right? Anyway, Colors of Evil, red. It is a solid overall movie with solid acting, okay twists and turns, good looking movie. But if you're looking for something like, oh, shenanigans, this is more, conventional. So Colors of Evil, red will receive a 3.5 out of 5 book Futons. It goes at 70%. So see the Critics News scores gave this one. Critics an 80% with 5 of them. Audience score 55% with plus 50. No critic consensus. I guess that's what we get, people. 80, 75, 55, or 70. Ha. Chase Liaki here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this Blue Futontopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I don't care if you watch today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month, or a year from now. Every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And don't do that to people. Don't be dicks.